start, the light bulb might be burnt out.
All set? You think it's, you
Yeah.
hear me? The Newton Zoning Board of Adjustments public meeting called to order at 7 PM. Could you please stand for pledge of allegiance to the flag, please? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Reardon, I'm going to make you a voting member tonight to stand in for Ms. McCarthy, who's going to be absent. Okay.
Okay.
This evening, we have one preliminary review. Jim, would you please read that out
Sorry,
loud?
it's a public hearing.
Public hearing? Sorry. Yeah,
And
I'm reading Jim's notes
I'm
here.
going to recuse myself
Yeah.
on this one.
Okay. Jim wrote preliminary, so that,
Fresh Acres LLC of Chelmsford, New Hampshire requests a public hearing for relief from Article Roman numeral 15, Section 2, creating a lot with less than 150 feet of continuous property frontage on their property at 34 Smith Corner Road, Newton, New Hampshire. The property is referenced as tax map 8, block 3, lot 9. And Mr. Shaheen is here to present.
Good evening, and thank you for having us again tonight. So, as most of you might know, we've been here a few times, so I'm just gonna start briefly with when we first bought this land. We bought it to use it as a farm, and for too many reasons we couldn't, so we go to Plan B. And for over a year and a half now, we've been, trying to see what the best use of it, and given all the frontage and how big is the land, we figure maybe a nice house will be the best way to go, which is another lot been added. When we got to meet with the planning board meeting, they all approved the case, and they suggested we come here and meet with the ZBA. And we came a few months back, and here we are for the public hearing to hopefully gain this squared away, and so we can get what we needed done. Thank you.
we have, any board members have questions for Stan, please? This is the lot right here, the, okay, okay.
This just
Split
gives
the
a
lot,
better
okay, yeah.
idea than,
Frank, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I don't have the book. How much usable land high land do you need on a lot?
Jim, do you know that answer?
I don't have the exact number off the top of my head, but they do, when the application came in, I checked, they do have the required amount of upland.
Okay. Because where it says there's a lot of wetland on that lot.
Yeah, on the roadside, there is.
I can answer that question. So the wetland you are mentioning, it's toward the back of the land from the opposite direction, which is bordering the new development that happened for over 55 community. So literally, that's like kind of in the border. We're talking about the lot, it's on the main road. There is no wetland, it's all dry. We did all the testing needed.
Right, on the new lot.
Right, yeah. So the new lot is going in a dry land
Right.
in front of the existing home. The wetland you're speaking of is just kind of the opposite direction.
if you look at the other plan, it gives you a better idea
It's like,
of elevations.
It's like, yeah, we got wetlands into, but we can see it.
Yeah, the setbacks are there.
50-foot setback. Right. I was just saying how much
Yeah,
high land
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
need
I got you.
for a
What
lot.
was this?
So you're saying because this is all,
Wetlands
According
here?
to the engineer plan, we have more than 2 acres per lot, dry land, because. Yeah.
Any questions, John? Ms. Reardon, do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
Frank?
No, that was it.
Okay.
But if it, because it's only 2 acres, the whole lot.
Are you talking the new lot, 2 acres, or?
The existing lot.
Well, it's 4.3 altogether.
Right, but this new lot that you're creating is only 2 acres.
Yes.
The existing lot is 2 acres.
Well, no, because it's more, because it goes all the way back.
It says 2 acres right there. Lot number 9 will be 2 acres.
The new lot.
No,
Yeah,
the new
well,
lot's 2.18 acres.
Okay.
There's supposed to be so much high land on a lot.
Yeah, wanna show it to-
And there is.
So if you look at the plan, they have, the engineers have mentioned the areas, right? And also, this is just a reference design. This is not the final building plan. There will be permits for building, and I believe building department will review how much we can build based on setbacks and everything, right? This is not the design we will take from you guys and start building right away.
What's,
is this the plan that the planning board looked at that got approved with conditions of zoning approval? This-
Right, the
This
planning
is-
board has already reviewed it, the town engineer has already certified that the lots have enough upland
So
to
to
meet
answer
the
your question-
requirements.
How much is required for upland?
I don't have that number off the top of my head. The town engineer is the one who calculates out the amount of upland. And they do have the required amount of upland, otherwise they would need an additional variance.
Okay,
okay,
okay.
right. So that's settled. Okay. Okay. What do you think? Frank's doing some reading. Did, Jim, did Miss White sign on tonight?
Yes, she's on.
She is. Miss White, do you have any questions? I
Ms.
didn't-
White, can you hear us, and do you have any questions?
They said it's all right.
She's not responding. I do know she's having problems with Comcast.
Okay. All right. Any more questions for the applicants?
No, I was just looking, that's 86,000, and I think you only need 60,000. So the wetlands would be off the 60,000 figure, not the 86.
60,000 is the square footage is the minimum square
Right.
footage requirement for a house.
And you can
or-
only have 25% wetland on it.
Right. I'm simply going by the fact that these plans have been reviewed by the town engineer who
Okay.
calculated the upland
Okay.
and
Yeah,
stated
as long
that
as
there was adequate upland for 2 lots.
Okay, as long as they looked at it.
Ms. Reardon, any questions?
No.
Okay. Frank, you all set?
I'm all
Okay.
set.
open it to the public. Anybody would like to make a question, you go to the podium, give us your name and where you live, and shoot any questions you have for the applicant, if you'd like, or us. Okay. Anybody? No? I'm going to close the public meeting, and the board will do our deliberation. What does everybody think? Anybody have any serious issues on the variance request? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I'm
Do
sorry.
you have to reopen the public meeting?
Go right ahead.
Do we
I'm
have,
sorry.
hold on, do we
Yeah.
need to reopen the public meeting?
Yeah.
He didn't understand that part.
Yeah,
I did.
No, you're fine.
that's,
Need name and address, please?
Jim Dolan, Smith Corner Road. My question's around the dwelling. I mean, I know you needed a hardship for the variance on the frontage. I'm just trying to understand we haven't seen any plans, all of the abutters, of what type of building is gonna be built there. Are you building a single family to sell, to live in, to rent, a multiple dwelling? I'm not sure
yeah.
what type of dwelling is going to be built on the
We're not doing.
subdivided land.
It has anything to do with
No.
us.
Okay.
From what we're looking at, Jim,
I know, you're looking at the lot and
Yeah.
the variance,
Right.
and
do you
To go
want
to
see
125
you can-
feet,
You're
yep.
more than welcome to look at these plans here, to what we have on
we
them.
just,
But they're just looking for variance for the frontage.
okay,
Maybe one of the
Yeah.
gentlemen would
I'd
like to answer your question.
I just,
Yeah.
curiosity, right? What are we
Yeah.
building here, right?
Yeah, definitely, maybe.
Well,
Are we building an apartment building?
if I may, to try to just help, this
So,
is residential A, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, so it's Zone A. As per Zone A, we are allowed to build single-family dwelling over there. So it is governed by the bylaws, right? So we'll go by the bylaws. The first stage is subdivision. At this stage, we're not sure. You have seen reference plan there for like a building plan. It most likely will be single-family, and definitely has to be single-family. But whether we'll be able to build it right away, like next spring, or it will take more time, I'm not sure at this point. The financials and all the plans and architect has to be involved, civil engineers have to be involved, and that is pending. So we'll work with the town, building department, plans and everything, how it will go. So I'm not sure at this point whether we'll be able to start building this spring or maybe in the fall. It has to come down to finances and everything, you know how houses are built. So I can't confirm or firmly say right now that I'm gonna do this thing. So I can't say anything which I can't like deliver, right? I hope that answers your question, right?
Is there anybody else that would like to speak or have questions? Yeah, is anybody, have you seen the plans that we're working with? And I can show you the reason we're here if you'd like to come up and look at it. Okay. Yeah. Their request is for a variance, 2 lots. This will be 125 feet, which is, the requirement is 150, and this is going to be 175. And this is the variance what they're talking about. Okay. Access to the piece of property.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this meeting's not to discuss the driveway, correct?
Mhm.
We're gonna put it,
No.
just the variance.
No, this is just a
Just
variance. Yeah.
just making one lot into two.
Yeah, okay. You're welcome, okay. And no more questions for the public? Let's go into deliberation and see we can do with this. Ms. Reardon, do you have any comments on what we're looking at?
It's a pretty small
Yeah.
amount of
Mhm.
feet for the variance, and you're certainly not gonna try to move that existing house, you're not gonna try to move that,
Yeah.
unless you're gonna tear it down completely,
Yeah.
which doesn't seem to be what they wanna do, so.
When was the house built?
Pardon me?
1723.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna recommend that.
We don't want to tear the house down.
No, so I have no problem with it.
Okay. Frank, any comments?
No, no.
You all set? John? So we're going to end deliberation, and we go into voting.
we have,
What do you looking at, John?
do you have a copy of the original application?
The, this right here. Okay.
Do you
Yeah,
wish to
right
put,
there, okay.
I don't have.
I'm sorry,
do
what?
you wish to put Ms. White in place for Mr. Hamel?
We can share.
Oh, yeah, is she available there?
Ms. White, are you there?
Yes, I am, but I really can't hear a thing that any of the people on the board are saying. Does anybody have microphones on?
We do.
We do.
How's that, Ms. White?
Ms. White, I'm gonna make you a voting member tonight to replace Mr. Hamel.
Oh, okay, and for Mr. Hamel, okay, great, thank you.
Do you have some comments that we'd like to listen to, or questions?
No, I have no questions.
Okay. And you looked at all the paperwork and so forth, I'm assuming?
I did, and I understand what it is that they're proposing to do, yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Do you have a question, John?
No, I just wanted to see this.
Okay. Jim, would you start reading the criteria and then poll the board, please?
Fresh Acre Farm LLC of Chelmsford, Mass. Requests a public hearing for relief from Article Roman numeral 15, Section 2, creating a lot with less than 150 feet of continuous frontage on their property at 34 Smith Corner Road, Newton, New Hampshire. The property is referenced as Tax Map 8, Block 3, Lot 9. Section Roman numeral 15 is residential A zoning area regulations. Subsection 2 is lot area. No building except those allowed in section Roman numeral 14 and its accessory buildings shall be erected on a lot. Each lot shall have not less than 150 feet continuous frontage on a class 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 highway. It was amended in 1988. First criteria is granting the variance would not be contrary to the public interest. Ms. White, do you agree?
Thank you very much. And there are several other big stories that
I'm sorry, are you calling me?
Yes. Criteria 1, granting the variance would not be contrary to the public interest. Do you agree?
Yes, it would not be.
Ms. Reardon?
Yes.
Mr. Gibbs?
Yes.
Mr. Sylvia?
I agree.
Mr. Kozak?
I agree.
Thank you. Criteria 2, if the variance were granted, the spirit of the ordinance would be observed. Ms. White?
I agree, it would be observed.
Ms. Reardon?
Yes.
Mr. Gibbs?
Agreed, yes.
Mr. Sylvia?
I agree.
Mr. Kozak?
I agree.
Criteria 3, granting the variance would do substantial justice. Ms. White?
I agree, it would do substantial justice.
Ms. Reardon?
Yes.
Mr. Gibbs?
Yes.
Mr. Sylvia?
I abstain.
Mr. Kozak?
I agree.
Criteria number 4. If the variance were granted, the values of the surrounding properties would not be diminished. Ms. White?
I agree, they would not be diminished.
Ms. Reardon?
Yes.
Mr. Gibbs?
Does that include the existing property?
If the variance were granted, the values of the surrounding properties would not be diminished. It doesn't include the existing,
It does not include that.
right, because you're,
Because we're looking at this parcel over here.
right,
So it is gonna diminish that property, the value of the existing.
well, yeah, because you're no longer gonna have 4 acres, you're gonna have 2.
Right, so it will diminish it.
Well, no, it's the surrounding properties, meaning the abutters properties.
The way that it's worded,
It's a pretty tough one. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. We waiting for Frank?
we're on number 4.
Yes.
I don't agree with that one.
This is number 4.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I don't agree with that.
Okay. Mr. Sylvia?
I can't say that I have enough information to agree with that, not knowing what kind of, what's going on that piece of property, so I don't agree with it.
You're disagreeing?
I disagree.
Mr. Kozak?
I agree.
Criteria 5. Owing to the special conditions of the property that distinguish it from other properties in the area, denial of the variance would result in unnecessary hardship. There is no fair and substantial relationship exists between the general public purpose of the ordinance provision and the specific application of that provision to the property. Do you agree, Mrs. White?
Give me 1 second, let me look at this again.
I'll come back to you. Ms. Reardon?
Yes. I agree that,
Mr. Gibbs?
Agree.
Mr. Sylvia?
I don't agree. I mean, this is a historic farm that we're subdividing. I mean, it was built in 17, so it's older than my house, which is old, it's 200 years old. So I'm having a hard time finding justice, you know, to change the feature of this property and what it was originally intended to, and I don't think it lends to the character of the neighborhood. I don't agree.
Okay, so is that a no
That's
or
a
yes?
no.
Was that a no or yes?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Kozak?
I agree.
Ms. White?
I agree.
You got what you're looking for.
Okay, and the final is, the proposed use is a reasonable one. Ms. White?
Yes, because it lacks only 25 feet of, would it lack only 25 feet of frontage from what the ordinance says, but it has plenty of land and upland to build a house.
Ms. Reardon?
yes.
Mr. Gibbs?
Yes.
Mr. Sylvia?
Yes. Yes.
And Mr. Kozak?
I agree.
Mr. Chair, all of the criteria were met with the required number of agreeing votes.
and the variance passed. Would someone like to make a motion? Yeah. Pardon me? Yeah. Someone like to make a motion?
Motion to pass the variance for
You got it there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fresh Acres Farm, 25-foot variance, creating a lot with less than 150 feet of continuous frontage on a property at 34 Smith Corner Road, Newton. Property is reference tax map 8, block 3, lot 9.
Actually, you want to reference the plan.
I'll
And
second that,
with
if you need a
plans.
second for that.
Thank you, Ms. White. And plans dated July 15th, 2024, with a revision date of 8/16/24.
Do we have a second? Was
Yeah,
that
Ms. White
Ms. White.
seconded it.
Ms. White?
Ms. White seconded.
Aye.
Ms. Reardon?
Aye.
Mr. Gibbs?
Aye.
Mr. Sylvia?
Aye.
Mr. Kozak?
Aye.
That is unanimous.
You have 30 days if someone would come in and try to disagree with our decision. So if you want to do anything beforehand, that's the chance you take. They could come in and question it, so we have 30 days. Okay. Otherwise, go ahead.
So, this question, if somebody come in and has any questions, you guys will notify us and then we have to respond, or how does it?
Yeah, somebody could come in and say that they disagree with our variance, and they'd have to have a good reason. It would challenge us. You'd be notified if it did happen. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And Jim, how soon will they get a copy of the application, the variance? A week or so?
The notice of
Notification.
decision should be done tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll bring it over to you when
Sign, okay.
tomorrow afternoon. I will mail it out.
Friday or so.
You should have it by the beginning of next
You
week.
should have the paperwork by next week.
Next thing is for us to submit the letter, documents, letters.
Switching hats, now that you have the variance, that has to be put on the plan. They have to produce a Mylar for the planning board chair to sign. And that will be recorded as shortly after I get the Mylar from you. Okay. If you want to give me a call tomorrow, I'll talk you through it.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Board business, there was a request from 125 Development Corp to request for an extension. The applicant has been notified us to withdraw the request. And-
Say that again?
Pardon me?
So this is
Yeah.
withdrawn?
Withdrawn, they sent us a letter, then, yeah. Has everybody had a chance to look at the manifest? Damn thing.
No, you have minutes for it.
Oh, yes, excuse me. Ms. White, you're no longer a voting member.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Thank you,
back,
Ms.
he's
White.
back on it. Has everybody looked at the manifest? I'm sorry.
What did we do with this? I'm
It
sorry.
was withdrawn.
It was withdrawn.
Oh, it was withdrawn.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yeah.
Okay, I missed that
Yeah,
part.
it's okay.
Thank you.
It came in late this afternoon.
Yeah,
Okay, because it wasn't even addressed to you. It was
Yeah, yeah.
addressed to Mr.
It was
Moore.
on a, it's at the end. Did everybody look at the manifest? Any questions for Jim?
Make a motion to pay the manifest for $240.57.
Who seconded?
I didn't open my mouth.
I want to make sure, because that was one thing I had to correct.
Mr. Gibbs,
Okay.
not me.
Okay. Ms. Reardon?
Aye.
Mr. Gibbs? Mr. Hamel? Mr. Sylvia?
Aye.
And Mr. Kozak?
Aye.
You still have to approve the minutes.
Adjourn the meeting at 7.
Minutes.
Oh,
Oh, minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes
oh, God.
corrections that weren't yet made on.
Okay, no, yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
They have been made, they're just, the wrong ones are online.
Good night.
Corrected minutes that are on Jim's laptop that nobody else has seen.
It was a hectic day last Thursday. Or Monday. Who seconded that?
I'll second it. Second.
Thank you. We have Ms. Reardon.
Pardon me? Oh,
Calling the vote. Ms.
aye.
Reardon. Mr. Gibbs?
I don't know what we're doing, but I'll.
The minutes.
Minutes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Mr. Hamel? Mr. Sylvia?
Aye.
And Mr. Kozak?
Aye. We
Now
adjourn.
you can adjourn.
Adjourn at 7.
Other business?
Oh, God.
Public?
Public, okay.
The first Monday in January, the first Wednesday in January
Yeah.
is January 1st.
Yeah.
Yes.
The meeting needs to be moved.
Agreed.
Second.
I will be, at the next meeting, I will be bringing in the schedule for 2025. However, it'd be nice if you told me tonight what day to move it to.
Just want to just do the following Wednesday?
Yeah, why not? Instead of the 1st, make it the second Wednesday?
I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Are there
Can I
any other-
suggest making it 2 meetings from then? Because one of your board members and your administrative assistant have other duties on the second Wednesday of January.
That's a conundrum, because then we might have 2 meetings too close to each other.
Well, also it prevents it from planning board is one night and ZBA's the next. It's bad enough now that planning board's one night and Rockingham Planning Commission is the next.
Is this area open during the week that we might be able to meet here on a different night?
Well, Tuesdays, the room is booked
Yeah.
between planning board and you can do it on Thursday of that week, Mr. Sylvia.
I have a recommendation that we forego the meeting in January.
Well,
Well, please do that.
if we don't have, we do have statutory requirements. If an application comes in,
Yes,
we
yeah.
can't just let it sit.
Yeah,
Right. However, at the moment, there are no applications.
So pending no applications,
Still 2 months away.
yeah.
It is possible that we could do it on January 2nd, or at least book there for January 2nd. If there are no applications, there's no reason to meet.
I'm fine with,
Yeah.
I'm very flexible. I just thought that we would needed to,
Well, I think it was very nice of you to bring it up, Roger. Look at the discussion.
I didn't have a solution.
Yeah. He hasn't had a lot of solutions lately, but he is a problem.
he definitely finds the mistakes.
Does anybody have an issue with that date?
No, but I did have another thought on the schedule. Last year, we met on the school district deliberative session. or public hearing day, and I'm wondering if we could avoid that this year
Wow,
so that we
yeah.
could attend that if we so desired.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, if I can get the date from them,
Okay,
that would be,
that would be,
the deliberative
February?
session is like,
is it this first week in February, usually?
Date of the town's deliberative session.
I'm gonna have to check into it because school deliberative session used to always be on a Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know if they moved it last year because of a date, but it's usually like the second Thursday in February. Because it has to be 30 days before the,
And the school is usually a week
I-
before or something, isn't
Can I
it?
make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Jim, with the information that you have, why don't you put together a draft schedule that we can review at the next meeting?
yeah,
And then approve it at the
I'll do a
following?
schedule. I will look into the,
Okay.
'Cause we might see that something falls on something else as well. 'Cause if it falls on my birthday,
Ms. Reardon, was it the deliberative session for the school or
know-
was it the budget presentation?
No, it was either the public hearing or the deliberative session. And I want to say it was deliberative session, but whoops, let me see if I, yep. March.
I will look into what both of those dates are, the
'Cause I usually,
deliberative session or the public hearing on the budget.
yeah. Did we have to move to a Thursday back then, maybe?
What do you think they're gonna do with the land?
No, I guess not.
Build a house?
that's all they can do.
I will do my best to take care of any conflicts that could show up,
Okay.
okay? So, Mr. Sylvia, are you making a motion to move the first meeting in January to the second?
I am making a motion to move the January 1st meeting to January 2nd on the schedule to be approved.
And Mr. Hamel, are you
At the next
seconding that?
Yeah, I can second that.
Ms. Reardon?
Aye.
Mr. Gibbs?
Aye.
Mr. Hamel?
Aye.
Mr. Sylvia?
Aye.
And Mr. Kozak?
Aye.
That is unanimous. Now, Mr. Kozak, if you wish,
We
you
could
may.
adjourn at 7:40 PM, close enough.
Thank you.
I went through all that trouble to change